Hello. Hi, Miss ATs, if you're watching this one. And even if you're not, sorry. I am again in glorious reverse vision until I can figure out how to do videos on the phone with the vision not reversed. So going through the turns to the cassettes, and we're going through the collections now, more of them. And this is some of Georges Delereux's London sessions, where he did recordings of some of his scores, including the previous and released stuff. Like this includes his rejected score for Something Wicked This Way Comes, which in trial they released it eventually. It's also got a suite from House on Carroll Street, which later got a CD release on Music Box. And the theme from MTM's made for Cinema's romantic comedy Is for Sex. And the theme from Made to Order, the Irish rom-com. There's also a suite for Memories of Me, which also got issued through Intrad eventually. And also the first of Danny Elfman's Music for Darkened Theatre collections. This one has Pee-wee's Big Adventure, Batman, Dick Tracy, Beetlejuice, Nightbreed, Darkman, Back to School, Midnight Run, Wisdom, Hot to Trot, Big Top Pee-wee, The Simpsons, an episode of Alfred Hitchcock Presents from The Jar, and Tales from the Crypt, and a suite of a score from Scrooged. And this is the only place you could get score music from Scrooged until La La Land put that right. Also, collection of music by Simon May. Now, Simon May is best known for doing the theme for EastEnders and other TV stuff. Loads of TV stuff in Britain. Mostly for the BBC. And Mike Post's album of music from this stuff called Inventions from the Blue Line. Where you get lots of album versions of music for NYPD Blue, as well as the themes for Silk Stalkings, Law and Order, and Renegade. Great stuff. And this album, called Music from LA, Law and Otherwise. This is on Polydor. You've got you've got his themes, music from Hooperman, the theme for Donahue, and Hunter. As well as and such too is basically a long suite of law music. And returning to silver screen, we also first had a collection of music by him and his partner Pete Carpenter. While Rockford Files is on the cover, that doesn't come along until side 2. Side 1 has the House MD, A-Law, the A-Team, Quantum Leap, Hunter, Magnum PI, Hill Street Blues, and Riptide. Side 2 has Superman, Wise Guy, Rockford Files, as just mentioned, the Tales of the Gold Monkey, Studio 5B, Hardcastle McCormack, Sunny Spoon, and White Shadow. As usual, there's not always the best versions, but it's always good to have these down. This is one of the very sad band collections they put out when they basically had an iron grip on the soundtrack market. It's also a great way to get our summation of film music of that period, if you couldn't get each album. Hollywood Soundstage was their first collection, and this has Total Recall, Back to the Future Part 3, Driving Miss Daisy, Mr. Destiny, Stanley and Iris, Gremlins 2, My Left Foot, Music Box, White Palace, Robocop 2, The Grifters, Presumed Innocent, Beaches, Die Hard 2, Memphis Belle, and The Abyss. Now, Beaches is there because Georges Delerue re-recorded his theme for the movie and included it on one of the London Sessions collections. Because the soundtrack album for Beaches had his original recording of the theme, which is pretty much the only non-bit midler piece on the album. Volume 2 was Highway to Hollywood, Big Movie Hits Volume 2, and then this one there's Kindergarten Cop, A Long Walk Home, Green Card, Once Around, Guilty by Suspicion, Switch, Oscar, Steel Magnolias, Welcome Home Roxy Carmichael, Class Action, Mars Crossing, The Field, Desperate Hours, Enemies a Love Story, Predator 2, and The Hard Way. Now, Steel Magnolias is another re-recording, just the roof for London Sessions. And the soundtrack album for that is what that's what I still want to get hold of. But it's only out on the CD, it's only available on the CD for very high prices. I can only hope eventually to get minutes in it. And the last one here is Hollywood Backlot, Big Movie Hits, Volume 3. And this has Terminator 2, Medicine Man, City Slickers, Father of the Bride, Naked Gun 2.5, Lesser Man Tate, The Last Butterfly, The Great Mouse Detective, Year of the Comet, Hudson Hawk, and Fire Analysis on Side 1. Side 2 has Article 99, Did Again, Music Instinct, The Player, Doc Hollywood, My Cousin Vinny, Soap Dish, Rage in Harlem, and Black Robe. That was the last of the compilations of this series that very seems to have put out, which is a pity. It's too bad that they continue to have very good it. You just imagine a collection, one of these collections coming out of music from Avatar, rubbing shoulders with I'm not sure thinking about albums. Oh, anyway, okay, this soundtrack I sort of want to get because when I went to see I think it was The Last of the Dogmen. Before the film played, there's an orchestra version of the theme for Tailhawks. That was one of Jerry Anderson's late period series. It had a theme by Richard Harvey. I found out it was recorded for this album called A Tribute to Television, with the London Symphony Orchestra and the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra, performing themes from okay. Alright, came out from K-Tel, I should have mentioned. Which makes sense. Now on this album there was here we go. One had the theme for Dallas, obviously, performed by the London Symphony Orchestra, and the theme from Fame. These were TV series being absolutely huge in Britain, as rendered by the London Symphony Orchestra. Now, also get Henry Mancini's main theme from the Thornbirds, done by the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra, and the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra again, doing George Fenton's Loving Walter, I think a theme from one of Channel 4's first films. And here at Royal Philharmonic Orchestra doing Richard Harvey's theme for Tailhawks. Side 2 has the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra doing the theme for Dynasty. The London Symphony Orchestra doing George Fenton's theme for Shoestring, which is a BBC series about a disc jockey / pirate detective. Actually very good. Name of the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra doing Barry DeVorson's theme for Simon and Simon. And London Symphony Orchestra doing Gavin Sutherland's theme for Sailing, which I don't really recall offhand. And the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra again, doing Richard Harvey's theme for Spy Ship. So that's a wide-ranging selection there. Now this was issued as a freebie with an issue of the Limited Movie Collection magazine, which is a great and short-lived British magazine that So the key to collectors of movies in all fields, like a Super 8 film or videos, actual soundtracks, and so on. Now this was a cassette of what's called Film Collector, Movie Collector Magazine's top scores, and on this you got the main title from the Horrors of the Black Museum by Gerard Schumann. That's a British horror film. The Welcoming from Big Country, from the Tony Bremner conducted the recording, which was done for silver screen, which unsurprisingly had a heavy involvement in supplying the tracks on this cassette. Let's get back in there. Ugh. Let's see what else we got here. Ugh. And also here is first appearance of the Salt from John Barry's Zulu. Miklos Roger's El Cid Overture. The main title for the Professionals by Maurice Shaw. Not the TV Professionals. These are much more manly professionals than Brody and Doyle. Let's see so. Let's get so 1960s Western with Burt Lancaster and Wood Strode. So who was sent off to Mexico as Fisky Claudio Cardinale. But it turns out they're not playing, it's not as straightforward as it seems. Anyway, this is very exciting Western music before Maurice Jarre discovered synthesizers, which was not. I'm still not very happy about that. Anyway, you also get The Tanks from J. Goldsmith's Twilight Starts Gleaming, and you get the Supergirl Overture, also a J. Goldsmith. And staying with J. Goldsmith, you get My True Love's Eyes, with lyrics by John Bettis, as we see for Legend, but probably not heard in the US cut. We all know why now. I wouldn't mind getting the Tangerine Dream soundtrack to be honest, but it's also not very easy to get. Even though that was actually, if everyone actually seen the US cut of the Tangerine Dream music and Bone Through song. So I'll try to track that down eventually. But getting back to this cassette here, you also get John Barry's end title from Until September, which is a film with Kieran Allen having an affair with France. Unfortunately, it wasn't as successful as the other films where she played Marion Ravenswood, or even it's very difficult to think of a movie. But you know what I'm trying to say. I get lost a lot. Okay, here you go. So getting back to the cassette, and you've got Charlie Chaplin's love song, what she wrote for The Freak. And we end with Howard Shore's except entitled from Dead Ringers, which is actually it's a great score and a great film too. Creepy. And this cassette ends with and the Nemo tells the immigrants from The Godfather Part 2, conducted by Carmine Coppola, which I assume is from the Godfather suite album we did. But anyway, it's a great collection, which didn't cost me anything but the price of the magazine. This, on the other hand, is not a great collection. I actually bought this when I was on holiday in England in 1984, age 40, 85. It was 85, yes. Alias to Action, for music pleasure on EMI. A rather low-rent rendition of action themes done by the Powerpack Orchestra, with Superman, Magnum, Knight Rider, The Professionals, Starsky and Hutch, Shoestring, Hawaii Five-O, Hill Street Blues, Dempsey Makepeace, Indiana Jones, that's what it says, so not Raiders of the Lost Ark, Indiana Jones, T.J. Hooker, the James Bond theme, Dukes of Hazzard, the New Avengers theme, Rockford Files, Street Talk, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, Bergerac, and the A-Team. Yeah, it wasn't great. And also Bergerac. I don't really think action when I think Bergerac. Now, Cinema du Monde is a budget release put out by Music Club. And this contains music from world cinema. So you've got Dead Poet Society. Well, I'm not sure if Dead Poet Society really calls. Does Dead Poet Society count as world cinema? Well, it's here because of the Monster connection. So you also got the end titles from Philippe Sard's Fort Segal, Unchained Melody from Ghost, as composed by Maurice Jarre, which is wrong in many ways. Alma est partie from La Pirate, I think Sard. I assume that's Pirates. And you also get the Générique Effet from Jean de Flette by Jean-Claude Petit. The music for us. The music which probably, which most people, including me, probably associates with the Stella Artois. It was actually a piece of music which sounds like it, but Okay, get out to this. Let's see. Also, theme de Camille from Le Mépris by Georges Delerue. Au Moulin from Et pour la guerre by Jürgen Niepe. And on side 2 of the cassette, there's Uncle Larvison's Dream from My Life as a Dog by Bjorn Stout. And Amour de Golin from Manon de Sources composed by Jean-Claude Petit. Dream in a Blue Night from Cassette Odyssey by Louis Cuillier, and One Sacrifice from The Year of Living Dangerously by Maurice Shaw. Pere Ever Burn from Pere the Conqueror, composed by Stephen Nilsson. L'Orage from Jean de Flette, composed by Jean-Claude Petit. Louis et Martine from Les Grandes Chemins, composed by Nicolas Piovani. Pastorale Moderato from Babette's Feast by Pierre Norgard. Habanera from Benvenuto, composed by Frederic de Vries. And My Life as a Dog from My Life as a Dog, composed by Björn Estholt. It's actually issued under license by Music Club because Milan released it on another title. Something very decidedly American now. A collection of Aaron Copland's film music, as recorded by the New Philharmonic Orchestra and London Symphony Orchestra. You got a suite from Red Pony and another suite from music for the movies. This is on CBS Records, actually conducted by Aaron Copland himself. And this is its first cassette release. I've seen there's been others since then. Okay. Ellen Bernstein conducting the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra through some of Bert Herrmann's film scores. And this has music from The Citizen King, The Devil and Daniel Webster, The Man Who Knew Too Much, Psycho, The Wrong Man, Vertigo, North by Northwest, The Bride Wore Black, Fahrenheit 451, Taxi Driver, and there's a few words from Bert Herrmann on film music. And this was issued on Milan, not licensing to anybody from the other side, in the year. I think it was 1994. In 1993. Laurie Johnson now, with The Rose and the Gun. Popular hits for film and television, including The Avengers, The Professionals, and The Barbara Carlin Bouquet. That is to say, a collection of music written for Barbara Carlin adaptations. Side 1 has themes from the TV films based on the novels of Barbara Cartland. Now, Barbara Cartland, if you don't know, was a romantic novelist who was not famously beloved by critics such as by a book sold bucket loads. These TV movies were produced under the revival of the British film studio Gainsborough Pictures. They made for television for maybe I think we're done through Lord Great. And all really very romantic. Okay. So on this one, there's The Lady and the Highwayman. I think one of them was. I'm looking the films up so I can tell you who are at least who starred in them. I do this, so bear with me. I can't put the sound up because I don't want to risk getting a copyright strike. And no, this is yeah. Lady and the Highwayman, a 1989 anti-science romantic television film based on Barbara Cartland's 1952 romance novel Cupid Rides Pillion. I don't know the title. So it stars in Hugh Grant and Cassette Odyssey from Kral and Emmerdale nowadays. And Michael York and Emma Sam's post. I think this is post Dynasty. Let's see, there's also Hazard of Hearts. Hazard of Hearts with Helena Bonham Carter in one of her first major roles. And what was? And Diana Rigg in it as Christopher Plummer as Helena Bonham Carter's father. A Duel of Hearts. A romance with Alison Doody before falling into a crevasse in Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Okay. Let's see. Okay, the last one is A Ghost in Monte Carlo. And that's this one stars Sarah Miles, Oliver Reed, Christopher Plummer, Samantha Egger, Lisette Anthony again, Joanna Lumley, and Lewis Collins and Gareth Hunter both in it. But no sign of Gordon Jackson, so just how to get a So no unions, so no precious union there. Oh, okay. So else on this disc, there's the Avengers, Tiger Bay, When the Kissing Had to Stop, Caesar Smith, that's from Hot Millions. I think that's from Hot Millions. So, Cape of Comedy from 1960, which is great fun. This Is Your Life, which is actually not a popular in Britain, but it wasn't in America because the UK version actually ran longer, much longer. Jason King, which is a spin-off of the Department Tests, but wasn't nearly as popular. And The Professionals. It's a good collection. I actually went and got the CD of this. I haven't gotten all of these placed on a CD yet. I probably won't. And here's one that was a random purchase. A collection of music from Polish movies, soundtracks by Wojciech Killer, aka the guy who did Bram Stoker's Dracula. It was issued on Campion Records. I haven't listened to this for such a long time. And I'm kind of afraid too because of my being on the spectrum makes it difficult for me to just go out taking out albums and listening to random I always worry about because I start to play one and I have to play all of the others. I got Carl Stalin Project. It was a suite of the music from the Warner Brothers cartoons. This is music from the period 1936 to 1958. I have to admit, okay, to simply, I always preferred Scott Bradley's music for the MGM cartoons to Carl Starling's music. I apologize. Okay. Then Genesis themed collection, which is still the only place that you can get music from the Bounty, I believe. Or The Missing. So I guess it also gives premium release actual music from Blade Runner. And of course Chariots of Fire turns up here because that's not hard to find it, is it? Well, it's a good collection. This is also on Polydor. And finally, I don't think Ian reversed this news introduction. The Spielberg-Williams collaboration is released on Sony Classical. Because this was 1991, Jurassic Park and Hook are selling for a right options on to be found in this. We do get Raiders of the Lost Ark, blah, blah. But you probably know what you find in this. So what is in the explanation? And there's also Another very cyberpunk collection. This collection of this action collection, focusing on Arnold Schwarzenegger's, or rather their soundtrack albums for Arnold Schwarzenegger movies. So there's Terminator 2 here, Kindergarten Cop, Total Recall, The Running Man, Red Sonja, which isn't really an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, or indeed a movie, and Raw Deal. And this came out what year? Trying to find the year of this thing, so hang on. And this was the European release, which we licensed to Colosseum Schallplatten. Happy days. 1993. It's too bad that they didn't license their titles out to a foreign distributor. It'd be so much easier for all of us outside of the US. Okay. Now this Ida collection of music from Jean-Claude Van Damme movies is part of Silver Screen and Idol's Pathé collection. Pathé, thanks to Pathé being the pop canon at the time. So there's music from Bloodsport, Lionheart, and Cyborg. I also get some of the Rejected Scott music from Cyborg here as well. But I'm not a big fan. I wasn't a big fan of the music from Cyborg, Rejected or not, isn't it? But let's start you from eventually getting Volume 2. Same label, Idol. Also for the silver screen. Unfortunately, I think these were cover versions, re-recordings. Music from Double Impact, Bloodsport, Kickboxer, Cyborg, Death Warrant. I'm sorry, I'm not terribly atheist of any aspect of Death Warrant. I might see it at cinema. What's another collection of Oliver Onions, aka Guido and Maurizio Dandes, is music for films of Bud Spencer and Terence Hill. Also for your silver screen, and Idol in Germany. I'm not very good at English language titles of all of these, but I do know that Banana Joe is on here, along with The Sheriff and the Satellite Kid, which was a Italian comedy starring the kid from from Classic County the Third Kind, as an extraterrestrial investigator, extraterrestrial kid, who visited a town in Georgia, which was Spencer's the sheriff of. It was very silly. Film tracks to the best of British film music, which Moment released in. Film released in. I'm trying to find the year now. 1987. I remember this collection, which I had an LP before. I think it may have some LP or CD. I have to check. Also on here is Bambino Garo from Moon Review. There's music from Defense of the Realm, Indian Summer, Pick Up Your Ears, The Fourth Protocol, With Nana Die, My Beautiful Loungeette, Personal Services, and The Mission. With side 2 having Mona Lisa, Half Moon Street, Xena, Emma's War, Legend, The Chain, High Season, Esther Brezhnev, and Empire State. Now, this is being the British release. The J. Glasses score is represented here, not the Tangerine Dream. It is for picking up if you can get hold of it. It was sick because check some Defense of the Realm and My Beautiful Loungeette. And The Chain, Barbara Dixon's title song from that film, which I liked a lot. And then never quite managed to watch the movie. Nice. Now this, I bought the CD version of this from Lucas Kendall's album sale. So thanks, Kendall Lucas, if you're watching, and you if you want. Well, let's see the cassette version on Riker disc. Best of the West compilation, which has The Big Country, The Unforgiven. That's The Unforgiven. I'm not looking into this movie. The Wonderful Country, The Scalp Hunters, and The Return of a Man Called Horse, The Hallelujah Trail, The Hour of the Gun, Young Billy Young, How High, and Horse Soldiers, and The Return of Magnificent Seven. Which is a good collection to it. Unless, of course, you prefer costume dramas, in which case we hit anything. Okay. Now this is a cassette release of an album that came out in the 1960s, featuring Barry Gray's musical themes from this century into our universe. Unfortunately, it also contains an absolutely hideous, awful song called Parker Well Done, which features Lady Penelope and Parker from Thunderbirds is a ditty which is quite horrible. I don't particularly like the single quarter looking for Mr. one, so that's a good here either. But the rest of it, with Thunderbirds, Captain Scarlet, Hijacked from Joe 90, a piece of music from the show that was eventually released as part of a single, and Aquamarina, the end title song from Stingray. That's like the demon's proceedings, sort of. Okay, music of Dance King, who did a bunch of TV music back in the day. And in this disc you've got the themes for Lovejoy, We'll Meet Again, Dick Turpin, All at Number 20, Within These Walls, Taking the Floor, Wish Me Luck, and Black Beauty. And About Face, A Day to Remember, Honey, and Moon and Sun, and Running Wild, and Between the Walls. And the thing about these in particular is one of the most evocative of TV themes if you were a kid in the 1970s, and if you weren't a kid in the 1970s. I mean, it is wonderful. Also wonderful is this collection of John Williams music, Summoning the Heroes. Not the album, of course. It was an album for 1996 Olympics in Atlanta, Georgia, done by the Boston Pops Orchestra. As well as having Miss John Williams included here, there's Carl Orff's Fortuna. It says it's the first recording. I wonder if that's true. Leo Arnold's Bugler's Dream. And the Olympic fanfare and theme, which is Theodecus. And a piece called Javelin by Michael Talk. And Leonard Bernstein's Olympic Hymn. And of course Olympic Spirits by John Williams. Possibly one of the few things that got me interested in watching, interested in paying any kind of attention towards the Olympics on TV in the Caribbean. Well, that and Hannah Storm, who was one of the NBC, one of the members of the NBC team covering the Olympics at the time. I believe she still does sports on US TV now. Anyway, also, oh yes, Dmitry Shostakovich's Festive Overture, Vangelis with the theme from Conquest of the Paradise, Joseph Suk, Toward New Life, and Nicholas Roger's Parade of the Charioteers from Ben Hur, and Vangelis with Chariots of Fire, obviously, and the full version of Song of the Heroes and Society. Well, that's a good listening experience. Okay, an album of BBC sporting themes. with some of the music that was used for the SIG themes for their music presentations, because the BBC didn't actually have lots of music especially composed for their stuff because they were cheap assets. And we actually commissioned, actually it used library pieces a lot of the time. Like Cricket used Booker T and the MG's So Limbo. And Ski Sunday was used used Sam Fontaine's Pop Goes Back. Oh, we know this theme for Sports Nights here, done by Tony Hatch. Sorry. And Holy Mackerel was used for the rugby special. So plenty of tuneful stuff there. This came out on the BBC's own label, of course. It was they put out lots of theme compilations of their stuff. Not anymore, I don't think. Now this is another one that I got the CD for very recently. The Best of the TV Detectives, released on the unfortunately defunct Soundtrack Music Records label. Yes, yeah. Which put soundtracks for Soldier and other TV shows. And this collection has Eye Level, which is famously used in the UK for the TV versions, TV adaptations of the Detective Van der Valk. And the theme tune was a big hit. Instrumental. Yes, it was. Let's see what we have. Inspector Morse, obviously, and Taggart, Between the Lines, Prime Suspect 3, The Gentle Touch, and Juliet Bravo, Chandler and Company, and Miss Marple. And the bill as well. And Agatha Christie's Poirot, and The Chief, Kate's theme, as well as the Wolf Fendel Mysteries, Shoestring, and The Professionals. Were these extras? Anyway, although if the best of two detectives, I suppose your opinion may vary. This collection was really, it was really great to get this when I got this in the 1990s. Was Music Club's favourite TV themes collections. Here's the music collection. We have Inspector Morse, Refrendal Mysteries, Upstairs, Downstairs. That's like it. The Seven Faces of Women, which features this version has Peter Scanlon's version of She, which is used in the theme song. Because I suppose they couldn't afford to write it since Charles Aznavour was singing for the album, this collection. Agatha Christie's Poirot. No repeats, isn't it? Very indicative of British television. A Woman of Substance, that great miniseries. Tales of the Unexpected by Ron Grainer. The Professionals, Go Crazy for the match. The Avengers, Forever Green, The New Adventures of Black Beauty, Machine Do for Chimera, and London's Burning, and Doctor Who, and the One Game for aka Cinedola, and Tutti El Mondo for the 1990 World Cup, 100 Acres, On the Line, Wish Me Luck, A Summer's Lease, and Hotfoot for 1990. And the piece and the track for I best one here. Davey Wiseman's theme for The Good Guys. And one series called Classic Adventures. And returning to Soundcheck Music Records, this collection of TV themes too, covering programs that were on UK Gold. Now sadly not a sadly decayed channel. Huh? So on here is Casualty, Bill, Dallas, Dynasty, EastEnders, Bread, Juliet Bravo, Miss Marple, Bergerac, Doctor Who, Duchess of Duke Street, The Palaces, To Serve Them All Our Days, Poldark, the original Poldark, Shoestring, The Brothers, and The Eden Line. And this is quite a few of these collections coming out of the 1990s with that lounge craze that came out back then. One of the few crazes and music I can get behind. Now this one is issued on Kaz Records, and you got Thunderbirds, The Avengers, Man in a Suitcase, theme from Z Cars, Captain Scarlet, The Champions, The Fugitive, Emmerdale Farm, Danger Man, Stranger on the Shore. These are generally characters of singles, because a lot of TV films got released as singles for listening audience. So the version of Thunderbirds here is the one that was recorded by the Baragry Orchestra album release. And the theme for Z Cars is the Johnny Keating and the Z-Man version. And the Fugitive was the version recorded by the John Schroeder Orchestra. And the Eagles here with the version of Maybe Gray. Not those Eagles, obviously. But no sign of Don Henley here to do all the guitar twangles on the theme to Maybe, who probably be outside of the BBC's budget anyway. Sorry. Stingray, Crossroads, Foresight Saga, Mistrons, The Return of the Saint, Doctor Who, Fireball XL5, as done by the Flea Wreckers, and the theme for Steptoe and Son. And this Don't know. But yes, children's BBC theme tunes. Running time 30 minutes. I picked up one time in HMV and greatly enjoyed it. Sadly, not seem to have been released in CD. Darn it, music on. Trying to find the track listing here. Okay, what's on it? Oh, here you go. Side 1 has the theme for Noddy, Postman Pat, Spot, Funny Bones, Pingu, Fireman Sam, Williams with Wellingtons, and the Animals of Farthing Wood. Side 2 has Playdays, Joshua Jones, and Postman Pat turns up again. Yet. Okie Dokie, and the World of Peter Rabbit, and Noddy again, to bring it to a restful end. That's Sprite card cassette as well. Sadly, it's not seen to have been issued on CD. This is not even streaming. Pout. Getting back to the lounge craze of 1990s, so things like the Sound Spectrum get reissued. Collections of music with Roy Buds get Carter, Love is a False Word, Getting Nowhere, Plaything. Those are all Roy Budd. Grow Your Own, or John Schroeder Orchestra. A Touch of Velvet by the City of Westchester String Band. Stiletto, Chico Frey and Jet Band. And Heavy Water, Ray Davies. And Holly to Me, by Roy Budd again. Speaker Spoken, Loving Spoonful. Super Shine No. 9 by Arias and Andy Bedale, who you probably know better as Angelo Badalamenti. Headband, The Loner, the Orchestra, Busy Boy, Ted Dix, and the Birds to that orchestra. Mach 1. Anyway, another load of fun there. Thank you very much. There's Pie. What was it, Castle? I think it was Castle for it's out. And this is from the Sound Gallery. This is another 90s release. Catnip for Your Ears on EMI. Where it's Calcutta by the Steve Pell Singers. Black White by Mandingo. Punch Bowl from Alan Parker, the composer, not the director. The Night Rider by Alan Hawkshaw. And the Riviera Affair by Neil Richardson, which I would love to put on here on Spotify, but I don't want to get copyright claimed. Not of Keith Mansfield and Alan Hawkshaw on this disc. So it's easy to say. I'll tell you more of this. More of these. Fortunately, the vinyl revival had it kicked in the 1990s, so you've probably only been on overpriced vinyl for me. That happened in it's happened today. Okay. So moving away from those, this compilation of music from the Child of the Pink Panther, because it didn't have a soundtrack of its own until years later. However, this compilation with music from well, it's not really a soundtrack for the film as it was. It's a compilation from The Return of the Pink Panther, The Revenge of the Pink Panther, A Shot in the Dark, The Pink Panther, and The Pink Panther Strikes Again. So it's not really a soundtrack album as such. It's a collection here on EMI via Liberty, Liberty via EMI, because this is the Italian release. I just realised this is a long video, isn't it? Don't worry, we've only got 3 more to go in this 80s. The rest should be more up here, right? This is, all intents and purposes, a score album from Mary Vice. It's called Escape from Television. So you just have to call it a collection. There's nice stuff from Miami Vice and non-Miami Vice related work. With Crockett's theme beginning the collection and Miami Vice theme finishing it off. If I could get past my autism to just step in and pluck out ones and random listen to them, I'll probably get one of these. But finally, the 10th anniversary edition of the James Bond collection. That's right, 10th. It was such a baby then. So you only get the James Bond theme, and you only go up to Diamonds Are Forever. Oh. I'm sure John Burning gave us a copy of this. So you've got tracks basically only the strong Connery films. Need some United Artists records. I'm trying to find the year, so bear with me. I can't. This is the year that seems to be on here. I think we can see it was 1970. I think the first James Bond thing was 1961, I think. This has to be from 1971, I assume. I guess it wasn't always the Hills, not really good to play, but I'm glad to have this one. I assume a big James Bond fan. Let's put a picture of it on. Okay, and to finally end this collection of Stanley Myers music from the films My Beautiful Laundrette, Wish You Were Here, and Sammy and Lucy Get Laid. Stanley Myers, of course, was probably best known to some people as a bloke who gave Hans Zimmer a leg up. Or it would be nice if some people could give Myers himself more love. Anyway, the song is sweet, it's very annoying. And it has from Milan. So I think it's now an hour and a quarter. I'm going to stop this and I will see you when it's uploaded. Ta! See ya.